Hey everybody, today we're getting on a plane and we're flying to one of my projects. Let's go see how everything is turning out. So I made it to the hotel, and what I'm doing here is I'm visiting one of the projects that I've been working on for the past 2 years. I am a senior project manager in an architectural firm, and I have a degree that's a accredited degree in architecture. So tomorrow I'm going to be going to the site for one of our project meetings, and I'm going to be walking the site and going over certain aspects of the build and make sure everything's on time and on schedule, because this project is pretty close to being turned over back to the owner for them to start leasing out these units. So I'm going to take you along and go through some of the process that I do when I go to a site visit to make sure everything is on schedule, and we'll be looking at different parts of the job. The project is a 3-story multi-family unit. It consists of about 17 different buildings. So in all of my projects, I usually do the same setup. Some of them I have to fly out of state, other ones are in state, which I travel with different equipment. Your cell phone battery. Now I have an iPhone 12, and through a whole day of walking on the site with no power, it's really important that I have like an external battery. Now this battery is an iWalk battery, and it is an absolute gem. It plugs into the back of the device. They make these for Galaxy and iPhone. But what I really like about this is when you're traveling, let's say you're on a plane and you're holding your phone, or if you're laying in bed at night, when you hold your phone, you usually hold it with 2 hands like this. Well, with this battery plugged into the bottom, it's got this egg shape, and it's a really good fit for your hand. So when you're holding it, you can really you don't have as much hand fatigue. You're just holding the battery. So I'm going to link this in the description below, but you really should go check these out. I'll see you tomorrow on the site. It is the next morning, and I was just dropped off at the site, but I would like to welcome you all to my project. So I just got out of my meeting, and right now I'm walking through buildings that are on the later end of the project. Now with these types of buildings, some buildings towards the beginning of the project, they get finished first. And so the management group is able to rent out those units and get people in them to start generating revenue. But some of the other buildings on the back end of the site, well, they get turned over at a later date. So it usually goes from month to month to month per building on their turnover. So as in this building, as you can see, well, they haven't even installed flooring yet. They still have doors and trim to go up, and some kitchen appliances still haven't been installed, and they're just got done with paint in this unit. So for this project, there's 250 apartments, so that's 250 units, and I need to make sure on each individual unit to make sure that they are following the schedule along that the GC, the general contractor, has set. So I'll look at each building, I'll look at what they're billing or their pay application, and on there it shows the percentages of each building at what they're billing for to their completion date. So I just walk through and make sure that the items are being installed and the building is staying on progress with paint and flooring and their trim work and all the finishings. And when a building gets close to being turned over or done, being turned over to the management group or the owners, then before that happens, we go through and we do an inspection or a punch list just to make sure that all the units are within the standards of their normal building practices. So we look to see if there's any existing damages from like other contractors coming in and bumping into walls, or maybe a door trim didn't get painted. But that's a lot of the look at per unit, but it takes some time, and then the longer you do it, the more efficient you get at it. Hey, that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please check out my channel, and if you like, click the little subscribe button at the bottom right. And until next time, I'll see you then.
The current local time is now 4:00 p.m.
Over your path.